Huh. Interesting. So let's see. There's this guy who plays for Toronto, where's number 2? He's 6 feet 7 inches tall. So Klay Thompson is 6 feet 7 inches tall. So we have semantics about what positions they play. But Klay's a guard. Is he a guard? Yeah, he's a guard. He's a 2 guard.
Yeah.
Is the other guy a 2 guard? Yeah, he brings the ball up a lot for Toronto.
No,
is it possible? Well, is he? Is he or is he not? Because every big possession down the stretch, it seemed like number 2 dribbled the ball up the floor. Wouldn't that qualify him as more of a 2 guard? It seemed like he's playing on the perimeter a whole lot.
Don't do that.
Does he post up? I don't know.
Don't do that.
It seemed like Steve Kerr was trying to say, wait a second, I got a guy who has to play in the shadows of KD and Draymond and Steph.
Right.
And my guy is a lockdown perimeter defender. Now, he doesn't weigh as much as number 2 does because even though they're 6'7", I think he outweighs him maybe 15-ish pounds. He's listed at more like 230-ish. Klay's 215-ish.
And one guy has the first baseman meant for hands.
Okay. Well, the other guy will lock you up and spit you out. That's
Ask
what
Giannis.
he does.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think Klay Thompson could have done with Giannis?
It was 3-on-1.
Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, in all 3 of the games, in all the games that the Bucks played the Warriors, was Klay there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was there.
So I won't listen.
So help me out on this.
Okay,
Who is the more explosive scorer between Klay Thompson and number 2? Most explosive. Explosive. It's Klay Thompson. We've never seen. It's beyond Steph explosive. Can we just detail some of the things he's done?
Yes.
Do you realize he scored 37 points in a quarter? That was on January 23rd, 2015. At Sacramento, he scores 37 in the third quarter. Have we seen in the history of the NBA anybody who could do that?
No.
Nobody can do that. So he scored 22 in the first quarter 3 times in his career, 26 once in the second quarter, 37 in the third, and 19 in the fourth 3 different times. Those are extraordinary, explosive numbers.
Unbelievable.
And when he gets it going, as you know, the ball barely even touches the hands, and he just flicks it and it goes in, right?
Yeah.
It's just flick,
barely.
flick.
Great.
Meanwhile,
but he can't hold a counter to that guy.
Since Game 5 of the Phillies series, it's a lot of games starting to pile up here now. Number 2 is shooting 26.5% from the three-point line. Who knew? Who's counting?
But
Nobody.
Hold on. You see, Steve Kerr, I hope you mean point guard and 2 guards.
Oh.
Because if you're talking about points, because most of the points are offensive. The Russells, the Hardens, the Dame Lillards. If you're talking about defenders, you're talking about Pat Beverly, guys of that nature. So if he means guards, point guard or 2 guard, Steve Kerr, have at it. I will never correct you. But I guarantee you this. You ask 30 general managers who's the best 2-way player out of Klay Thompson and Kawhi Leonard, and even the general manager for the Warriors, Leonard, was Bob Myers. Bob Myers will tell you it's Kawhi, and it's not close.
Really?
Those 2 defensive players, the 2 defensive players of the year,
sure about that?
tell you otherwise. The 2 first-team All-NBAs tell you otherwise.
Really?
The finals, because hold on.
Maybe it's mystique. Maybe it's carryover from being a Spur.
No,
maybe Spurs get a little more acclaim.
He carried that over to ask Ben Simmons as a carryover.
Dynastic.
Ask Ben Simmons.
Ask how he got to join a dynastic team.
What the hell you think he played with? Because Kawhi Leonard,
he gets overshadowed.
Kawhi Leonard. If I'm not mistaken, only Magic Johnson was younger, won Finals MVP at a younger age, won it at 20 and again at 20.
Do you remember what happened in that Finals?
Can I finish?
Do you remember?
Let me finish.
Your team, your guy got blown off. Wait a second. Point of order. Your guy got blown off the court by a record Finals margin. It could have gone to Marco Bellinelli. It could have been Patty Mills.
I don't know what could have. I like to tell people what did have. What did happen. My guy as the 4th option won Finals MVP.
Now he's your guy.
Kawhi.
Yeah.
Your guy is the 4th option.
He's not my guy. I'm just telling you.
Get to talk about how he didn't make All-NBA.
He is extremely underrated.
Skip,
underrated because he gets lost in the shuffle.
Skip, I'm not arguing that. No one in the history of the game, nobody's had
who's the spearhead of their defense? He is.
No third option could do what this young man can do. He got 60 points in 29 minutes. You mentioned the 37 and a quarter. 37? No third option in the history of the game could give you that. But it's hard-pressed for me to believe that there's ever been it's hard to believe, Skip, a better 2-way player than 0-2.
Really?
0-2?
Well, guess what? Old 2's going to get to go right up against number 11 because I think they're going to go head-to-head a whole lot.
Well,
Maybe
1 + 1 equal 2.
Out.
1 + 1 equal 2.
Really?
And we'll see who had a better game. I tell you what, he better hope Steph going off because if 2 is on him, he won't be going off.
Really?
Lock him. Giannis. Giannis had filed a motion with his lawyer. Can't get out of lockup.
Hey.
Locked him down.
If Klay gets that feeling going, flick, 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 all of a sudden it's like 3, 3, 3. Where did that one come from?
Yeah, hold on. So are we just going to just forget the first 2.5 months of the season didn't happen? You remember when he couldn't throw it in the Pacific?
And then I remember when he could.
Oh!
I remember when the basket started looking like the Pacific.
With my guy didn't have no time off. He might take some time off, for load management. But everybody, they be looking at the schedule because they know he's not going to play back-to-back.
You realize in the closeout game 6 the other night at home, he should have been 0 for 8 from 3, your guy? Number 2 should have been 0 for 8.
Actually, he should have been 2.
Oh.
Because you said that one went all the way down, spin round and round.
That means you missed. That wasn't bad luck. That was just a bad shot. It's offline. It's offline. He made one lucky shot where it hit the front of the rim, kissed off the backboard, and somehow dropped.
Kawhi is a lot.
I think they adjust those rims.
Shooter's touch.
Is it possible they have some remote control the rims where you can loosen it up?
Skip, you know that?
Yeah.
I had that touch like that. Yeah. Skip, touch like that.
I think you had plumber's touch.
If it wouldn't, don't do that, Skip. If it wouldn't switch the net, I tell the rim, if it don't switch the net, spit it out. All that, and go in, no, I didn't want that.
Is that right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want it. It's
Selective memory.
Wow.
Swish it.
Really?
Yep.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but you need to stop. You and Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr said, I know there's going to be some pushback because he knew where this was headed.
Exactly. And you got pushback.
Yep.
You going to get pushed over talking crazy, Steve
Really?
Kerr. And I feel like it's like Steve Kerr. I really like him. I like him as an analyst. I mean, I like Steve. Made big shots, saved Michael Jordan's career. But, I mean, legacy. Saved his legacy, him and John Paxson. But that's none of my business. That's not what we're talking about right now, Jenny.
Unbelievable.
But that guy right there, Skip,
Yeah.
he can't mess with Claw.
Really?
He can't mess with Claw. The dude, 2 defensive players a year says otherwise.
Look, obviously, Steve Kerr is lobbying to keep Klay in-house.
Yeah,
next
okay
year.
then.
Level of that.
But don't do hyperbole.
Yeah.
Just say we love Klay. He's
You know
home.
what I love about this? We get to find out because they actually play against each other starting Thursday night.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.